going on, everybody? It's DK with RPM Gaming, where we talk about retro PC and mobile gaming. Today's video, we're going to do a little unboxing and just a little quick rundown of a handheld. It's been out for a little while now, but it's my first dedicated retro handheld with a vertical form factor, and that is the Anbernic RG405v. Some people loved it, some people hated it, so today, I guess we'll see what I think about it. Let's get started. Okay, so out of the box, you got your RG405v all wrapped up in a nice packaging. Got your foam piece on top to protect the face buttons on it. And then underneath that, we've got our charging cable, our screen protector stuff, and an instruction manual, which tells about the Android front end and the functions of the buttons. Our charging cable is a standard USB-C to USB-A, nothing special. The RG405v is just over an inch at its thickest part and just over half an inch at the thinnest part. And here it is side by side by the original OG Game Boy. When putting them on their side horizontally, you can see that the original Game Boy is just a tiny bit thicker than the RG405v. The trigger buttons on the back are very easy to press down and have a nice soft click to them. On the bottom we have our two downward facing speakers and our headphone jack as well. On the right side we have our power button and our volume up and down button with the same soft click to them. On the front we have our Android back and home button, along with the D-pad that is a rubber membrane, as well as the face buttons that have rubber membranes to them too. And the thumbsticks at the bottom of the device are Hall effect sticks, and of course start and select at the bottom. And on the left side we have our SD card slot and a button to switch between Android and the game launcher. We also have a cooling fan on the back. No rattles when you shake it. It seems like a quality build. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about this, but so far I'm loving it. It feels good in the hands and reminds me of that old classic Game Boy. Let's boot this thing up and see what it can do. We've got a logo that looks like the Android peeking over the Anbernic sign. I'm going to speed this up a little bit because the startup process will take just a few minutes. This is what you see when you first start it up, the Android side, and you got to go through all your welcome and all that and set it up. And this will take just a little bit. It'll take a few minutes to do. Once finished, just click it, and then it'll show you the Android front side of it. Then you can hit the button on the side like we talked about earlier and go to the game launcher. Once in here, you'll have to go through the first time setup on this as well, which won't take very long. Just confirm, OK, and allow. And then RetroArch will start downloading and extracting the files that it needs. Once finished, you'll be able to hit the side button and switch back and forth between the Android side and the game launcher, which has quite a few systems but looks really bland and kind of unattractive. The RG405v can play everything all the way up through the PSP catalog with no problem. You're also able to play some GameCube and some PS2 as well, but every game won't run at full speed with those two systems. I really don't like this front end, so I think we're going to try installing Gamma OS with the Digitio front end, and I think that's going to make everything look a whole lot better. I think a few of the 3DS games will also play on this system too. Tapping the power button on the side will put it in sleep mode as well as wake it from sleep. So yeah, let's install Gamma OS on this and see if it gives us a better experience. Alright, we've got Gamma OS installed on it, and here is what the front end looks like. It's the Digitio front end, and it looks a lot better than the boring one we had on there before. So let's check out some 3DS games and see if this can handle it. We got Donkey Kong Country 3D loaded up. Let's see how it handles it. It doesn't look like it's going to handle it very well. Right now the frames are only about 20, 24 maybe. And now they're dropped down to 20, 19, 18. Nah, this is not going to work. Here's some RE Revelations footage, and it's doing the same thing as well. Only getting about 18 to 25 FPS. I'm using an older emulator, so that might be part of the problem, but I just don't think this system can handle the 3D games on the 3DS. Here's a little Dead or Alive, and it looks like it's even a little bit worse. Skipping and freezing. Oh well, let's try some of the lighter stuff. New Super Mario Bros. 2 runs good. It's holding at 60 frames. So here's one that we'll play on there. Let's see what else we can get to play. And it looks like Kirby Planet Robot is going to be a no-go. Looks like you can always count on the old trusty Shovel Knight though. This one's playing real good. So I think I'm going to enjoy this one. You can see there in the top left corner that it's holding steady at 60 FPS, so I think this one's going to work out pretty good. Let's check out some GameCube and see if we can get any of these to run. Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker is hovering right around 29 or 30 frames per second. I think this one will work. Maybe. I'll have to do a little more testing and see. The FPS may drop once you get quite a bit of enemies on the screen. As for right now, it's running pretty good, very playable. For some reason, my camera recorded Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction in slow motion. It's not actually running this slow. It's running at about 60 frames per second until you start blowing stuff up. And then you'll have drops down into the 40s. I'm not sure why the camera done that, but oh well. Everything I've played on N64 plays great. There haven't been any slowdowns or anything like that. Everything from Stone Cold Steve Austin to GoldenEye, all the way up to even to F-Zero. All plays good on this system. I only tested out a couple of games on PSP, but they ran really well. Didn't have any slowdown on them or anything. I did have to turn the system sideways, then select the game, and then once it loaded, turn it right back up to get the screen to line up right. I'm not sure what's going on there, but it worked after that. So again, this game's not running slow. That stupid camera started filming in slow motion again for some reason. I don't know why it's doing that. The game ran fine though. There, now we're back at normal speed. Little NCAA football 2010. You can see this one's running fine, no slowdown. Fun to play. I'm really liking this system. Up, look, there he goes. He's on a takeaway. Up, there goes the breakaway. There he goes. I thought he was going to be gone with a win for a second there. All right, everyone. So the verdict is in, and the RG405v is a hit. I really like it. Is it perfect? No. Is it awesome? Yes. So if you're looking for a retro handheld in the vertical form factor with that nice 4-inch screen there, you might want to check out the Anbernic RG405v. I think you'll really like it. So don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons and check out the other videos, and we'll see you next time on RPM Gaming.